welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. My guest this afternoon is Mari Lee from the Clinton Chamber of Commerce. Mari, welcome. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good. So tell us a little bit about Mari Lee and her involvement with the Clinton Chamber of Commerce.
I've been on the board of directors of the Clinton Chamber of Commerce for 2 years now.
Okay.
I work for Christo Jewelers.
Yep.
And I like volunteering. I like to get involved as much as I can in town, just because there's just I just like giving back. So I'm on several committees for the Chamber of Commerce. One of the biggest ones is the Clinton Summerfest and Fireworks.
Yeah.
And that's near and dear to me. This is our second year. Mm-hmm. We actually put it together last year within like 3 or 4 months. We just got the idea and ran with it, and so now we're in our second year.
Very nice. What other subcommittees or committees are you on for the Chamber?
I am also on, we do a Dancing with the Stars Shoreline Edition.
Yeah.
Also. I am also on the several different fundraising committees, the Christmas in Clinton subcommittee. I mean, I pretty much volunteer for every committee they have. So.
And from what I understand, you are also involved with Families Helping Families with Minor Vincent.
Absolutely. Yep. I'm going on a little over a year now,
okay.
And I've been involved with their cupcake. Their cupcake.
Sure.
What is it called?
Crazy for Cupcakes.
Crazy for Cupcakes, I'm sorry.
That's
and
okay.
the
That's okay.
Apple Pie Festival in the fall, and just different fundraisers. You know, they do the food collection at Stop and Shop.
Yep. Sure.
And things like that. Yeah.
In your mind, why is it so important to be involved with a local nonprofit?
For selfish reasons, it feels good to give back.
Yeah.
It really does. On a personal level, I grew up really poor, and I know there's a huge need out there, and it's not always addressed, and there aren't always enough people to help out. So that's the main reason I like to volunteer and get involved with things like that.
Now, what is, for people that don't know about the Chamber of Commerce, what makes the Chamber of Commerce so special or so unique?
We exist for the sole purpose of helping businesses grow, and the town grow. So, I mean, if the businesses are growing and we're encouraging shopping local and all that, then the town itself will grow as well.
Right.
And not just that, we also like to, do community events that involve everyone and help people to know what we do and what the community has to offer outside of Clinton, not just Clinton people also. Right.
Now, what are some of the community events that you guys through the Chamber are involved with? What are some of the big?
Well, 2 of the biggest ones, well, I should say 3 of the biggest ones is, the Clinton Summerfest and Fireworks, and Christmas in Clinton is big, and also Dancing with the Stars. We have a huge following with that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And from what I understand, also involved with the Chamber is there's a road race.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I get a little overwhelmed sometimes with all the stuff I have on there.
That's fine.
But we have the Bluefish 5K coming up on this weekend, actually Saturday.
Okay.
Registration is going to be closing on Thursday, but the race starts at 9. Okay. It goes through local neighborhoods, some hills. It's not that difficult, but it's fun, and it's open to everyone, kids and elderly, everyone. Some people don't actually run it; they walk it, and it's just as fun.
Exactly.
So it's in partnership with the Shoreline Community Women.
Now, for everybody that doesn't know, what type of work do the Shoreline Community Women get involved with?
I believe I don't know because I'm not involved with them, but I know they have a lot of charities that they donate to. One of the biggest ones I think is Boxes to Soldiers and things like that. So.
I was going to say there's an event that you're not involved with in the town of Clinton. Oh my God, it's amazing. You sound almost like me being involved with a little assortment of everything going on in the world, which is always a wonderful thing. So, let's talk about the Summer Fireworks Festival.
It's going to be spectacular. We promised that it's going to be even bigger than last year, which I find it hard to believe because it was so awesome.
I was going to say, how could that be?
It was.
It was awesome last year.
And if you watch it from one of the venues, the beach, where they actually set off the fireworks at the end of of the town beach there.
Yep.
And you feel like you're right under them. I mean, literally right there.
Right.
And but there'll be several venues to watch them from. Town Hall.
Yep.
And the Pearson Lawn.
Yep.
Pearson Middle School. No, it's elementary lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually watched them from the back of the town hall last year, because I was there doing some community outreach, and I think I had one of the best vantage points for the venue.
Yeah.
Because I was standing right under the tree, looking directly out.
And I heard afterwards that so many people from other surrounding towns just around the shore could see them from their towns too. So,
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. But
Really?
it was just such a great show.
So when is the festival?
It's August 20th.
Okay.
It starts at 5 o'clock. The activities and festivities start at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
We have several bands, well, not several, a couple of bands playing.
All right.
And some music down by the beach also.
Okay.
There will be all kinds of vendors, food vendors, kids' activities, other types of crafts and things like that people will be selling also.
Now, let's talk about the bands for a minute or so. Obviously we're gonna have music, so who's performing?
At Town Hall, we're gonna have Rock Bottom.
Okay.
And at the Pearson Lawn, we're gonna have After Midnight Rocks.
Okay.
They're After Midnight Rocks. I think they're similar bands. They both have a mix of variety music, 70s, 80s, and
Okay.
and the such. And they're both really good. If you haven't seen them, the Rock Bottom has performed on the Concerts on the Green.
I've
every year.
seen them a couple
Yeah.
times, and I haven't seen the other band yet. So
Yeah, they're new to our lineup. Last year we had Night Flight, but they were committed this year. But they were also an excellent band. But all the bands are really good.
Exactly. Now let's talk about some of the vendors that we're going to have behind Town Hall and around during the summer. I guess there's going to be craft vendors.
Yeah, and we also have some, a lot of nonprofit organizations setting up booths there and stuff. We'll have a beer vendor. We'll have barbecue. We'll have hot dogs, popcorn, you name it.
Okay. Now, what type of nonprofits are going to be involved?
The Lions Club, Shoreline Community Women.
Yeah.
My daughter actually has her own little nonprofit called Kids for Clinton. She'll
Yeah.
be selling lemonade down at the beach.
Okay.
The Morgan Huskies. There's a Bear Necessities.
Bear Necessities, yeah.
Yeah, they also have some involvement there, and that's just to name a few. There's a whole long list.
I know.
I
was on the website earlier today, and I saw the list of the different vendors that are going to be there as far as.
Yeah, but it should be a nice variety. I mean, we have a lot more than last year.
Right.
And of course ice cream vendors and pizza and oh gosh, so much really.
Now, one thing we didn't talk about. Where did the idea of the festival come from? Obviously, this is your number 2 of the festival, so we did this for the first time a year ago. And
actually, the idea came from a friend of mine, Andrew Randy, who works for Bay City Fireworks.
Okay.
So we were at a party together, and he mentioned, why didn't Clinton have fireworks? And I was like, well, that's a good question. I said, you know what? Let me bring it up to the chamber, and let's see what we can do. So I brought it back to a chamber meeting, and at first they were like this year we have 3 or 4 months. I was like, we can do it. Let's do it.
Exactly.
And we have a great board. So everyone was on board, and we just ran with it and raised the money and had a spectacular fireworks show.
You did.
I mean, yeah, you know what? And we couldn't have done it without the donations of the community.
Right.
Because it's all fully funded from donations.
That was actually going to be my next question, as far as money and funding. How do the fireworks get funded?
Yep. When we had several people have fundraising parties. We solicited donations. Some of the local businesses have donated big donations. So through all just soliciting from us, and the chamber working in conjunction with other charities helped us reach that goal. So
now, is this going to be a semi-annual event, or?
For now, we're keeping
now?
it annually.
Okay,
and,
good. Good.
Yeah, and one of the other things that has a new thing that we decided to do this
Yeah.
year for fundraising was it's called Getting Blasted. And so what it is
I
don't
saw
know
this.
if you've heard of the flamingos being put on your yard.
Yeah,
you just got flocked.
Yeah.
This is similar to that, but instead you have these giant bottle rockets put on your yard, and it says you've been blasted. And then if you want to, and it costs $20, and
Yeah.
you can donate that to have someone else blasted. So it's been going really well. We've raised a lot of money through that. And plus it gives you free advertising on the road. If people see it, they ask questions about it and gets the conversation going about the fireworks.
Exactly. Now, how is everybody on the chamber obviously works well, everybody works well together?
Oh, we have a great rapport, everyone.
Okay, good.
Everyone really steps up to the plate and everybody's excited about it, and that really makes it easy. So, I mean, everybody's willing to lend a hand. We're always out there selling T-shirts, and and we do have T-shirts for sale.
I was gonna say
$10.
I was gonna say.
And everything goes back to the fireworks. So, and we're on the Concerts on the Green every Thursday doing that also. So.
I was gonna say with the weather for the first couple of Thursdays, the weather was a little iffy, should we say?
Yes, it was. We got rained out the first two shows, but we've been going strong so far. Great bands. We had a new band this year last week. They're called Four Barrel Billy, I believe.
I think so.
They were like a
so.
rockabilly band. They
Yeah.
were fantastic.
Were they?
They really were. It was a very upbeat, happy kind of music the whole time, and the weather was phenomenal. It was just, we had a great showing. I mean, the place was packed. So
It was. I
really nice.
actually went by the last Thursday night on my way home because I was coming from another engagement. And
Okay.
just happened to
Yeah, they're
It was
great.
the
They
middle
really
of the
are.
concert, but it was almost over. So I'm like, oh, you know what?
And it's a free concert to
It
the
is.
public. So I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't take advantage of that.
Exactly,
You bring your
especially-
dinner. You
right.
bring.
Exactly. Go grab dinner somewhere.
Yeah.
And
And there's some places there that set up and sell pizza
Yep,
and
right.
grilled cheese stuff too. So.
Right. Exactly. So as far as the everything else, from what I understand, besides the road race that you guys do, is that that raises pretty good amount of money?
We split it with the Shoreline Community Women
Okay.
because it all goes to charities.
Okay.
And I'm not familiar with everything they do.
That's
and I
okay.
don't want to speak for them.
That's okay.
But I know that they do a lot of stuff for the community and beyond.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm sort of familiar with the organization, but not really.
But it's going to be my goal now to find out more about them.
I hope so. I definitely hope so. You guys seem like you're a great. The chamber is actually a great local organization
Yes.
who helps gets the word spread on the local business.
We do, and
everything that goes on.
aside from just doing like the major ones like Christmas in Clinton and the fireworks and stuff like that, they also hold monthly Nexus meetings where every business who registers. It's free to register if you're a chamber member,
Yeah.
and you can come and spotlight your business for a minute or two, and it's a roundtable type discussion. So.
All right. Well, Mari Lee from the Clinton Chamber of Commerce. We'll be right back. We'll be right back after a short break.
Thank you.
Every day, the people in our community rally in support of United Way as we strive together to make a big impact to change lives in Middlesex County. From our main streets to our institutions, from our neighborhoods to our town halls and our classrooms, we're working with our partners to create a stronger community. It's an inspiring effort, and we invite you to join us. Volunteer, donate, live united.
Looking for Connecticut's best ride? You'll find it at the Closer to Free Ride. On September 10th, ride an inspiring 10, 25, 62.5, or 100 miles. Every dollar you raise supports research and care at Smilow Cancer Hospital at Yale New Haven. This is your ride. Register today at rideclosertofree.org and help bring our world closer to free.
And welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. Sitting here with Mari Lee from the Clinton Chamber of Commerce. Mari, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
It is nice to be back. So we're talking a little bit about before we went into the break about, I guess there's a Nexus program that the Chamber of Commerce does.
And it's a bit of a take on Business after hours. Business
Okay,
after hours
sure.
is a networking event.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get to know the business, but this is more tailored towards you actually sit there and talk to people, and you get to know businesses and what they offer,
Okay.
instead of in a more casual atmosphere as a business after hours
Business after
is.
hours, right.
So,
And you know what? That's one thing we didn't talk about in the first segment.
business after hours?
Business after hours.
Oh, yes.
Well.
Usually Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays,
It
once a
depends.
month. Yeah, and it's a different venue, every time different business that's highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
And it is what it is. It's a networking event. We are incorporating other things into it now, where we're going to have, trivia games and things like that, just to get everybody talking and
Right.
starting the conversation. So
Very nice. And you know what else we didn't talk about, for considering we're talking about the chamber and all the other events that you guys do. I guess you guys also do a business expo?
we do a
Yeah.
business expo in April,
Usually
I
in
believe.
April, yeah.
March, April, depending on
Right.
when we can get town hall. But we've actually turned it over to a business expo after dark, we call
Yes,
it now.
I
And we
saw
do
that.
it in the evening. We have music and hors d'oeuvres and drinks, and it's in the evening to hopefully give the opportunity to people who normally work during the day or
Right.
can't get out there, rather than having it on a Saturday where there's a lot of other things going on.
Oh, totally. And I was actually going to ask, why did we decide to move it to a night during the week? Probably because it's a lot more easier for
We figured
business
it would,
people to get there.
Yes, and it would just kind of put a little twist on it, make it an evening instead of just
Saturday
a
afternoon.
Saturday. Let's drag everybody through there. kind
Yeah,
of thing,
exactly.
so. Yeah, and
Exactly.
I mean, personally speaking,
Yep.
it was really, really good for our business.
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of more leads from it, and we got to meet a lot more people that we would have normally not.
Exactly,
So.
exactly. Now, as far as let's talk about the road race again that the Clinton Chamber of Commerce has.
Okay.
So, I guess it's coming up very soon.
Yes, and there are cash prizes for the first place, the male and female
Okay.
group, and then everyone else gets medals, different
Okay.
categories, youngest,
Yep.
oldest, and that kind of thing. We have, refreshments afterwards for everyone,
Right.
and this year, something new that's happening is they call it a beer for bibs. So a local business is going to be. If you bring in your bib, they will offer you a free beer.
Really?
Yeah, if you ran the race, so
Excellent.
yeah.
So
That'll be nice. It's a little twist, but
I was gonna
there's
say.
always there'll be coffee and refreshments for everyone there that runs the race. But the Shoreline Community Women do a great job
Yeah.
running the whole thing. They offer transportation from different parking areas, so that you don't have to all park there and stuff.
Exactly. Now, as far as the race, what time's the race start?
It starts at 9.
Okay. Registration starts at probably
7:30.
I was going to say 7.
Yeah, 7:30 is
7:30.
registration.
And hopefully it's going to be hopefully it's not going to be not too hot, not too cold.
I know. Hopefully it won't be too muggy.
I know, especially being on the shoreline. The weather can get a little bit.
Yeah. So I think it goes on anyway, regardless of
Right. Yeah.
so.
I believe it does, regardless of the weather. Now, I guess I know we talked about this a little bit earlier. For the fireworks festival, what types of other nonprofits are involved besides I know we mentioned the Shoreline Community Women.
The Lions Club.
Yeah.
I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I'm trying to think if there was a bunch, but I don't have the list with me. I should have brought that with me.
That's okay.
Yeah, I can't.
That's
Other than the ones we've already mentioned,
Right.
I can't recall right now.
okay. And I guess what else we should probably talk about?
Well, we should also mention there is a rain date. So God forbid it
Yes.
rains on the
Yeah,
20th.
yeah.
The rain date is the next day, Sunday, the 21st.
Okay.
Yes. And everything should remain the same.
I was going to say same time. And
Yep, same time and
times
everything, so.
Okay.
But we're going to hope for good weather.
Oh, we're going to.
And the fireworks themselves actually go off between, I want to say 8:45 and 9 o'clock, because it
As
has
soon
to
as
be
it gets dark?
completely dark, yes.
I was going to say as soon as.
And there is transportation from all the venues.
Yeah.
There will be shuttles running from Unilever, one of the parking spots, the old Unilever building,
Yep.
because it's not really Unilever anymore, and from one of the other parking spots. Where's the other one? I'm trying to think. But
That's okay.
either way, it's going to be running through Town Hall, through Pearson, and there is parking behind Pearson.
Right.
And and then there'd be all kinds of vendors there too and everything, but you'll always be able to get a ride down to the beach because there is no parking at the beach.
Yeah,
No parking.
You can't.
And there is some sponsorship parking behind Town Hall also, and that's where the handicap parking is available as well.
Wow, that's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat as well. And I guess we also have children's activities.
We do. We have,
What do we
I
got?
believe there's face painting. There's a traveling juggler. He's called, I'm going to get it wrong because I call him Magic Mike all the time, and he's not Magic Mike.
I think it is. I think it's
close to that.
It's something close to that because I saw it in the marketing material on your website
Yeah,
the other day.
it's a joke because I always call him Magic Mike. But he's like a traveling juggler, entertainer type thing. He rides
very
around in
nice.
a unicycle. Yeah,
Very
but,
nice.
But there's other activities. I believe and there's also a Kids Connection in conjunction with, I want to say the Clinton Rotary or Lions Club. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
They're doing little skits, time period skits, all around town with actors and stuff like that.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, as far as obviously, if you're going to a festival, you got to eat something.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, if you go to a festival and you're starving, you have an issue. Obviously, you got to eat something as you're walking around.
Well, there's tons to eat. Like I mentioned before, I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to have barbecue and ice cream and grilled cheese and beer, of course,
Right.
and lemonade and all kinds of refreshments.
Okay.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, there's so much. There really is. You won't want for anything.
Exactly. No, it sounds like
Yeah,
it's
and there'll be
very-
some food trucks, some food vendors,
All right.
cupcakes and tacos and such.
Cupcakes, tacos, beer.
Yes. I mean, what more do you want?
I know. That's okay though. That's okay. We can. I guess the other thing we can talk about is regarding things going on. Let's talk about other events going on in the town of Clinton. I understand.
There's a lot. I mean,
There's a church fair coming
there's
up.
a church fair also. It's on this Saturday, actually, Friday and Saturday.
Okay, sure.
And they have tons of vendors too. And there's kids activities, a bounce house, space painting. There'll be one live band on Friday night.
Okay,
It's
sure.
called the Engine Room.
Yes.
And they have a huge following also.
Oh yeah.
The best thing I think I love about the church fair is their lobster dinner, but the tickets are pre-sale.
Yep.
For $20, you get lobster and corn and potatoes and coleslaw and bread and iced tea and dessert. So it's a really good deal.
It is, and I believe that is the church, the Big White Church
Yeah,
across
First
from the town
Congregational
hall.
Church in Clinton. Yeah, it's right
Across
there
from
on
the
the
town
hill.
hall, yeah.
And they also have fried dough, great fried dough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's and they have a dip supper as well. So.
Yeah, that's actually a very cool thing. If you've never seen the
Or
way that
been
that's
to
done.
one, yeah.
Yeah, or been to one. It's actually a very cool event. All you do is you basically get a sampling of each
That's right.
item and.
Yeah, and it's usually stuff brought in by the parishioners that
Right.
donate, potato salads and all kinds of different potlucks type stuff.
Exactly.
So.
It's basically a big community potluck dinner type of.
And they also have a
venue, should
raffle
we
going
call it.
on, and they'll be selling tickets for that too. And in the raffle, you can win I believe it's a TV and no, wait. I'm sorry. Let me take that back.
Go for
it. It's a big barbecue grill.
Okay.
A $250 Visa gift card.
Excellent.
And a hammock with a stand, like a large hammock with a stand.
So what you do is you go to the craft fair, you eat everything, and then you pass out in the hammock.
There you go.
Life is good.
And the raffle tickets are only $10.
Life is good.
So yeah. So it's a great event there.
It
too.
is.
And
It
I mean,
is.
there's a lot of other things going on too. I mean, because there's always a fundraiser going on.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I've never heard of this, but the Morgan Huskies are having a mattress sale as a fundraiser. So Town Hall on that
Really?
very day, on Saturday the 13th, will be having a mattress sale. And all proceeds go to the Morgan Huskies program, the Morgan football team.
Really?
Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
I've
Right?
never heard of that
so they
either.
sell
but
mattresses and pillows, and you can go buy A mattress.
Mattresses, you want
pillows,
you
yeah.
getting.
And apparently it works really good. So
Does it?
Yeah,
All right. I've never.
They said I guess other towns have done it, Guilford and Madison and stuff, and they've raised a good amount of money for their programs.
Well,
so.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard of such.
I hadn't either,
I've never
so.
heard of such of a program, but I guess hey,
Yeah.
if you want to try it and if it works.
And we are having, and then also that Saturday, there is
Yes.
a fundraiser for the fireworks at Chow.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's $15 a person, and there'll be raffle prizes. There'll be great food. If you haven't been there, they have amazing food.
I was gonna say I haven't been there since they opened the new location.
Oh, they have great food. One of my
Do they?
favorite pizzas that they make is a figgy stardust, and it has figs on the pizza. So
Really?
good, yes.
Really are.
Really good. But if you haven't been there, try it. It's really good. But that's where our fundraiser is going to be from 1 to 6, I want to say.
Okay.
Could be 1 to 5. But
All right.
Yeah. And that's all the proceeds go towards helping the fireworks as well.
Very nice, very nice, and obviously, and we mentioned we mentioned it in the first segment, so we're going to mention it again, that all of the money raised for all your fundraisers goes towards the fireworks.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, Mari, before we say goodnight, I actually want to thank you for coming down tonight, and hopefully.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon.
Sure, absolutely.
right.
Once I learn more about the Shoreline Community Women.
There you go.
I'll bring them with me.
There you go. There you go. On behalf of Mari, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks. Good night, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.